Hello students, welcome to my channel Science Learning Gateway. I hope you all are doing good. So today we are going to discuss class 8 social science geography chapter number 2, and the name of the chapter is lithosphere. So in this video we are going to discuss the question answers of this chapter lithosphere. All the question answers which are given in your NCERT textbook, those question answers will discuss, so that you will understand also, and it will be easy for you to learn the answers. So before starting, I have a small request from you all. You all are watching the videos but not clicking on the like button. If you like my tutorial and work, then please click on the like button, so that I will also get motivated to, and I will create more helpful content for you all. And share it with your friends also if it is useful for you. And don't forget to click on the bell icon, so that whenever I will be uploading a new video, you will get the notification for that. So let's start with our discussion with the question answers of the chapter lithosphere. The first question what we have, fill in the blanks are given. 5 fill in the blanks are there. Let's see what are the fill in the blanks. First question we have, the continental crust is also called. So what the continental crust is called? It is also called sail. SAIL, sail. All words you should write in the capital letters. S capital, A capital, I capital, L capital. Sail. Next, a large basin shaped crater is called dash caldera. In a volcano we have read a large basin shaped crater is called caldera. And the third one is the most destructive earthquake waves are. So which one will be the most destructive earth waves? The surface waves which occur on the surface. It will be most destructive. Stalactites and stalagmites skate are most common in which country? In Australia. They are most common in Australia. The beaches are formed by the work of sea waves. When sea waves will work, then the beaches will be formed. Next we have the question answer section. In this, short questions are only given in this one. No long answers are not there, so you can easily remember this question answers and score good marks in your exam. First question what we have, mention the three major layers of the interior of the earth. Very easy answer. What are the three layers of the interior of the earth called? They are called crust, mantle and core, right? We have read that the earth is divided into three layers inside the earth. Three layers are present that are called crust, mantle and core. So what answer you will write? The three major layers of the interior of the earth are crust, mantle and core. Okay, you have to write these three. Next, name the type of volcanoes on the basis of the frequency of the eruption. So on the basis of frequency of eruption, how many types of volcanoes we have read? We have read three types of volcanoes on the basis of frequency of eruption. What are the names of those three volcanoes? Active volcanoes, dormant volcanoes and extinct volcanoes. Since they have told you in the question, name the types, you don't have to explain it, only you have to name the three types of volcanoes: active volcanoes, dormant volcanoes and extinct volcanoes. Okay, next question what we have, mention the importance of earthquake, mention the important earthquake zones of the world. Means which regions are prone to earthquake, those regions we have to write in this one. Important earthquake zones, the regions of the world where earthquake is more sudden or where the earthquake will occur, those reasons we have to write. The first one is the circum-Pacific belt. Okay, the circum-Pacific belt, and which regions around the Pacific Ocean and which countries come under this one? New Zealand, Philippines, Japan, USA, Peru, etc. At least 2-3 countries if you remember, then also it will be good. Next we have the Mediterranean belt. First one is your circum-Pacific belt. In circum-Pacific belt, these regions are there. In Mediterranean belt, the regions around the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, in circum-Pacific belt, you can easily remember the region around the Mediterranean Sea. Next one we have the Himalayan belt, the Shivalik region of India. In Himalayan belt, which region will come? The Shivalik region of India. So these are the three earthquake zones of the world: the circum-Pacific belt, the Mediterranean belt, and the last one is Himalayan belt. Next question what we have, what is weathering? Mention the three main types of weathering. The weathering, when I have explained the chapter that I have told you, the breaking down of rocks is called weathering. The weathering is the wearing away or breaking down or gradual disintegration of rocks. The meaning of wearing away, breaking down or gradual destruction is same, that is breaking of rocks. So weathering is the breaking of rocks. You can write from here also, weathering is the breaking of rocks, breaking or destruction of rocks by agents present in the atmosphere. Means what are the agents which are present in the atmosphere? Air, water, rain, wind, those agents will help the rock to break down into small pieces. So what is weathering? Weathering is the breaking down of rocks by agents present in the atmosphere. Now, what are the three main types of weathering? Mechanical weathering. Mechanical weathering is also known as physical weathering. Next, we have the chemical weathering, and the third one is biological weathering, which occurs because of the plants, animals, and human beings. So we have three types of weathering: mechanical weathering, chemical weathering, and biological weathering. And what is weathering? It is a breaking down or disintegration of rocks by agents present in the atmosphere. Next question, question number 5. Name the landforms associated with the work of rivers. Now we have to write the names of the landforms which are associated with the work of river. Means by the work of river, which are the landforms formed. Now the first one is by the upper course. These are the landforms which are formed in the upper course: waterfalls, gorges, canyons, V-shaped valley. In the middle course, what are the landforms? Alluvial fans and meanders. And in the lower course, what are the landforms found? Floodplains, natural leaves, oxbow lakes, deltas. So these are the landforms which are associated with the work of the river. We have three courses over there in the river: upper course, middle course, and the lower course. In the upper course, waterfalls and V-shaped valley, you can remember. In the middle course, alluvial fans and meanders. And in the lower course, floodplains, natural leaves, oxbow lakes, deltas also you can remember. Delta is easy. So you can remember any 2 or 3 landforms associated with each of the course of the river. Next we have the match the column. In match the column, first one they have given SIMA, SIMA. Okay, SIMA, what's the full form of SIMA? Silica and magnesium. So we have to match SIMA with oceanic crust, because oceanic crust is also known as SIMA, SIMA. Like we have continental crust also known as sail. Like that, oceanic crust is also known as SIMA. Sandstone is an example of which type of rock? It is an example of sedimentary rock. S for sandstone, S for sedimentary. Epicenter is present where? It is present in the for earthquake we used to take the epicenter. It is a point where the earthquake is measured. So that is called your epicenter. E for epicenter, E for earthquake. You can remember like that. Geysers, they are present where? They are present underground the soil. Now losses means the yellow soil. So this is the answer for your match the column. Next, some terms are given. We have to define those terms in this question. Question number 4. Define the following. First one is aqueous rocks. So what are aqueous rocks? Sedimentary rocks are only known as aqueous rocks because they are formed in the water bodies. Right? So aqueous rocks. So what do you write for aqueous rocks? Sedimentary rocks are also called aqueous rocks because they are formed in the water bodies. Aqueous means water, so they are formed in the water bodies. Easy. Next we have seismology. What is seismology? The scientific study of earthquake is called seismology. Everything like, for example, first study of fossil is called paleontology. Like that only, study of earthquake is called seismology. Next we have mechanical weathering. This is one of the type of weathering. So what is mechanical weathering? It is also called physical weathering. That also you can add. When the rock is broken or disintegrated without any chemical alteration, the process is called mechanical weathering. Weathering means what? Breaking down of rocks. So when rock will be broken down without any chemical alteration, without any alteration means without any chemical change or without any chemical substance, then that type of weathering is called mechanical weathering. Means in mechanical weathering, no chemical substances or no chemical change will occur. Right? Next we have external forces. We have two types of forces: internal forces and external forces. So what are external forces? The external forces are the natural forces that modify the surface of the earth. So what are external forces? These are the natural forces and they modify the surface of the earth. Modify means they change the surface of the earth. What are the important forces are? What are the examples of external forces? Temperature, wind, rainfall, snowfall, river, glacier. These are the examples of external forces. These features act on the surface of the earth and constantly change its features. Whenever the temperature, wind, rainfall, snowfall will act on the surface of the earth, definitely they will change the feature of the earth. So what are external forces? These are the natural forces which modify the surface of the earth. Important external forces are temperature, wind, rainfall, snowfall, glacier. And whenever they will act on the surface of the earth, they will change its features. Next we have tsunami. What is tsunami? A tsunami is a large sea wave occasionally experienced along the coast of Japan. Generally, this tsunami can be seen on the coast of Japan. So we have to write like that definition only. It is a large sea wave. What is tsunami? It is a large sea wave occasionally experienced along the coast of Japan. Generally, the tsunami has been seen along the coast of Japan only. So it is a large sea wave. Next, we have continental glacier. What is continental glacier? Continental glacier are extensive ice sheets found in polar region. Like they will be like ice sheets, extensive ice sheets, and they are generally found in which region? They are found in the polar region, means in the colder regions. Spring. What is spring? Spring is a place where the underground water comes out naturally. Okay, spring. Whenever you can see, whenever you go to some places and where over there anywhere, if you see the spring, what is that spring? Whenever the underground water will come out naturally without the help of any artificial agent or without the help of man, then that is called spring. So spring is a place where the underground water comes out naturally. Next one, terms to remember. Generally from this section, I don't think so that the question will come. Then also you should know the meaning of these terms, because when I uploaded the notes of the first chapter, someone has requested me to upload the terms to remember notes also. So I'm uploading this in this chapter. Okay, so what is NIFE? The core is also known as NIFE. Since the earth is divided into three parts, the interior of the earth is divided into three parts: crust, mantle and core. Core is the lower layer, so the core is also known as NIFE, because the most important materials which are found in the core is nickel and ferrous. Ni is a symbol for nickel and Fe is a symbol for iron, because the Latin name of iron is ferrous. So NIFE core is also known as NIFE, because why? Because most important materials present are nickel and iron. Then next, arenaceous and alligaceous rocks. So these are the types of mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. Okay, sedimentary rocks, they are formed by different methods. So these are formed by mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. Example of arenaceous rock is sandstone, you can write, and for argillaceous rock you can write shale. Next we have tectonic forces. What are tectonic forces? The earth crust consists of many major and minor tectonic plates. These plates are not stationary, so whenever the forces will act, the forces which act on the tectonic plate, that is called tectonic forces. The earth crust, it is made up of many small and big tectonic plates, and the plates are not stationary, they are not at rest, they will continuously move. So the force which is acting on the tectonic plates is called tectonic force, that you can add over there. Mountain glacier. What is mountain glacier? The glacier found in the polar region is called the mountain glacier. Polar region means the colder region which is found in the mountains, so it will be found in the polar region. Next we have aeolian cycle. What is aeolian cycle? Work of wind is called aeolian cycle. This you can remember, work of wind is called aeolian cycle. Beaches. What are beaches? They are one of the important landforms associated with sea waves, because whenever because of work of sea waves, beaches are formed. So these are one of the landforms which are formed, which are associated with sea waves. So we have finished the question answers of this chapter. I hope you all have understood. If then also you have any doubt, then you can comment in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubt. And for the explanation of the chapter, you can go through the video of lithosphere. You'll understand the chapter clearly over there, and read your NCERT book once. Okay. Thank you for watching my channel Science Learning Gateway. If you like this tutorial, then please click on the like button and share it with your friends also, and don't forget to click on the bell icon, so that whenever I will be uploading a new video, you will get the notification for that. You can also connect with me through my Facebook page. The link I will share in the description box. Thank you for watching my channel.